In January of last year, 2016, I had the pleasure of announcing an exciting project led by the Ministry of Natural Resources and Labour underway in Keene Garden Bay and Browse Bay, designated the North Shore Integrated Coastal and Watershed Stabilization Project. This project is to address the issues of flooding, sediment pollution, and beach erosion in parts of Keene Garden Bay and Browse Bay in very practical and tangible ways. This project will pilot the manner in which the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, the OECS, member states will adapt to climate change and sustainably manage our lands. Today, I am pleased to announce that after preparation and a tender process, additional contracts for the performance of services and works, as well as projects, have been awarded to the British Virgin Islands under the European Union's Global Climate Change Alliance, GCCA, and the OECS projects. This North Shore Integrated Coastal and Watershed Stabilization Project is orchestrated under the same umbrella of these EU GCCA projects. The total value of resources allocated that directly impacts the Virgin Islands under the overall projects is €1,297,384, or approximately $1,378,081. Of this amount, $413,000 is to be shared among all the member states of the OECS for 2 regional projects. Additionally, approximately $104,000 will be shared amongst the OECS member states of the British Virgin Islands, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, and Anguilla. 2 service contracts totaling approximately $238,000 and 2 physical contracts for approximately $641,000 have been allocated solely to the British Virgin Islands. Projects for all the member states include the development of best practices and the recommendations for implementing the revised OECS building codes. Secondly, the technical assistance for conduct of what is termed a Knowledge, Attitude, and Practice, or CAP, survey in the OECS to assess climate change adaptation and sustainable land management and the implementation of public awareness and project visibility activities will also be delivered. Project funds collectively dedicated to the British Virgin Islands, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Grenada, and Anguilla will be allotted for technical assistance for the establishment of national land policies. The projects solely benefiting the British Virgin Islands include the development of national land use plans, or the National Physical Development Plan called for under the Virgin Islands Planning Act, and the formulation of an operational manual which will eventually guide the work of the Climate Change Trust Fund. Each participating member state has been allotted resources to design and implement physical adaptation pilot projects, which are on-the-ground projects that will help to reduce the impacts of climate change and promote sustainable land management practices within select communities. Physical works supported under the project are dedicated towards the Browse Bay and the Keene Garden Bay drainage works and the retrofitting of the Keene Garden Bay sewage treatment plant. Additionally, the construction of a revetment wall in Keene Garden Bay will improve the sea defenses along the principal road. Projects have commenced in late February 2017. It is important to emphasize that the problems that we now confront have accumulated over a number of years. It is therefore necessary that we have a clear and defined understanding of the nature of the problems created, which informs our approach and hence the solutions. The proposed actions under the EU Global Climate Change Alliance and the OECS projects spearheaded by the Ministry of Natural Resources and Labor, are a forward step in establishing the policy and legal framework to better manage our natural resources and anticipate the effects of climate change. Moreover, it provides the necessary resources to ensure that practical solutions are implemented, which are based on the presence of proper studies and the scientific research. At this stage in our development, we ensure that the natural resources and green assets that our livelihood and future depend on, the environment, are properly managed and protected. The projects that have been identified are extremely important and will have a lingering and positive impact over the long term. I look forward to further updates on the progress of these projects over the coming months.